Navin Jacob of UBS just stated that AbbVie's announced acquisition of Allergan will create a new company, churning out $20 billion in free cash flow a year, and that makes it worth buying. As such, Jacob upgraded AbbVie shares to buy from neutral. Jacob thinks that contrary to worries on Wall Street, the combined company will generate robust cash after Humira's U.S. patent expires in 2023. He estimates that the company will have a 9% free cash flow in 2023 and that from there on, it will have stable cash flows driven by other drugs and Allergan's aesthetics franchise. Since the good news keeps rolling in, let's take a look at the charts. We're going to look at two charts today on AbbVie, beginning with the 2-year monthly chart, the symbol ABBV. For disclosure purposes, I do not own any shares of AbbVie at this time. And looking at the price chart with the bottom set at that point there so far, we've moved on up and we've just hit the 20 EMA from the underside. We need to move through that to make the traditional technicians happy. Moving on down here into the MAC, we can see that the fast line has bottomed at this point here and has moved up and just barely through the slow line. That's good news. We're still below zero, but it looks like we're going to head up. And you can see there in the histogram where we moved on up, and that small green bar is the proof that the fast line has moved through the slow line just barely. But it looks like it has some momentum to continue. And that momentum is shown here in the price rate of change. Nice bottom, nice move on that fast line through the slow line, heading up toward that zero line. We need to hit that and maybe go through that. The momentum looks like it's going to carry. You can see that momentum here in the RSI. We're at a moderate 52.06 level, but we bottomed here at this point and we've raced up to that 50 or midline and just barely moved through. So I think that the power is going to continue. Seeing here in the stochastics, that also bottomed with the fast line moving through the slow line, heading on up. We're above that 20 line. We need to get to that midline or that 50 line, and hopefully we'll do that in, say, the near future. Don't know how long it's going to take, maybe a month or two or more, but things are looking good. Looking at volume, volume is fine with that nice big green bar right there. And then down into the Williams, definitely a bounce off of that bottom, heading on up to that 50 or midline, and hopefully we'll move through that. And then we want to get into that overbought territory of 0 to -20. It's going to take time to get there, essentially a couple of months or so, but that's hopefully where we're headed. Back to the price chart on the 2-year weekly. Let's now move to the monthly chart. Looking at the monthly, there's definitely some good news here too, with the bottom hopefully being set at this point here. We're moving on up. We haven't hit the 50 or the 20 EMA. That's going to take a little while. But at least through the MACD, we see that the fast line is trying to turn here. Still a pretty wide separation between the fast line and the slow line. That seems to be closing, as you can see here in the histogram, just barely, but we've started to improve, say, in the last month or so. Now into the price rate of change. Once again, fast line is moving toward that slow line. It looks like they're both meeting at this point here, and we'll want to watch that fast line move through the slow line, hopefully here relatively soon. But the RSI at a moderately weak 37.79 hopefully shows that the bottom is being set at this point here. We're moving on up. We need to continue and strengthen. Some of the good news, the stochastics has shown that this base looks to be setting in here with the fast line now moving through the slow line. That's a very good sign. So hopefully things continue to improve. Volume looks fine. And then the Williams, again, that bounce off of the bottom there in late 2018, a nice base here with this fast line moving up from that oversold territory, -80 to -100, finally through that -80. Hopefully, we'll continue on toward that midline or 50 line. Back up here to the price chart. So as long as the charts are improving, the oscillators are improving, and now the news from the media is also improving with this latest upgrade. So hopefully the snowball continues to roll. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.